It's political, baby.
Yes, sir. Once again, it's on. You know what it is. It's your boy, Reposado Rel, a.k.a. Fleon Sanders. Of course, I brought the crew with me.
You got How You Stop Him, Voice of Reason. Repping for Kobe today, man.
Okay. Shout out to the Lakers, man.
All right, Tony Draymond Green / the Nostradamus of the team. What else we want to call me?
You get on my nerve every time he starts talking.
Oh, the Morris Chestnut. You know, make your favorite girl mad.
She's starting already.
Shout out the book.
It's fucking political. We back. You know, another week. It's your boy Flatbush Finest. Nigga Phil. I'm here.
Oh, Phil.
Hold up. My bad. I left something out. Shout out. I am the author. Dating is a gamble. Sure enough, on Amazon right now. Go look it up. Okay. Link in the bio. Tony Dre 605 on the gram. You can go find it there too.
So
I just feel like I should be introduced first because I'm the only girl, but it's cool though because after all this, it'd be
ladies first. Now, I mean, but you gotta come with. but you gotta come with the sauce after all of this.
I'm gonna come with the sauce, but
I
don't know. Every time that this man over here grabs the microphone to pull it close to his face to introduce himself, it irritates the shit out of me. Literally every time.
That's why I also get the name "Make Your Favorite Girl Mad."
Okay.
Whatever. Well, you got Lanice, the fashion fairy godmother, the spicy
podcast queen.
What else?
The cut from a different cloth, the realest nigga you know. There you go.
That's
my introduction today. The realest nigga you ever met.
Well, listen, we here. This is episode 9. It's fucking political. You know, how y'all doing? What's going on with y'all? What's up?
Doing good. We here. Been a crazy week last week.
Good week. How was y'all? I mean, last time we did it right before Thanksgiving. How was Thanksgiving? Was y'all throwing niggas food in the trash on the slide, or was you eating everything?
I ate mad plates. I ain't gonna hold you. I was eating shit I shouldn't even be eating, but it's the holiday.
True. Is that your excuse?
What, for eating shit I ain't supposed to be eating? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you know.
A little chicken?
Knock yourself out.
You ate some chicken? A little chicken, a little lamb.
Oh shit, you had chicken and lamb. Ain't you vegan?
The chewy stuff. The chewy stuff.
A little lamb, you know.
Damn, I guess they ain't had no tofu, huh?
Nah.
No. Are you pescatarian?
Yo, you know what it is? Like, here's what it is, right? Like, I was pescatarian for a long time, but it's just like, I was just eating the same shit over and over again. So I'm like, you know what? Let me get a little chicken in my life, a little lamb. But you know, after the New Year, we going back. I mean, we going back to the vegan Parmesan, the chickpea burgers.
Get this man some tofu. What is you looking at?
Oh, it's getting spicy early.
Getting hot.
Anyway, my Thanksgiving was pretty damn good. I just stuck with what I know. I kept it real strict with trying new shit or other shit. I just ate what I normally would eat. I didn't have an open mind at all. Only thing I regret about Thanksgiving week was my lack of gym visits. Because that jammed up. You know you ain't go to the gym on Thanksgiving. I didn't go the day after. I just ruined that whole week. Good thing I went in the beginning of the week. But the rest of that, and yeah, I see it getting spicy in here, so I'm trying to talk, but I'm also watching the room.
So it's finally when I'm not near Mike, that's when the most heat is gonna come at me, and I gotta just take.
What you talking about? You right next to the mic.
Oh, don't worry, I freestyle very well, so it will
Bars.
come out eventually. And we already know that some women, they talk a little tough when they around people, but when they get in private, they they get that submissive when they around a real alpha.
Okay. Oh shit.
Was that a side eye too?
It was a side eye.
Oh, okay.
This is what I like to see.
I heard you. I hear him.
Let's drink toast to that.
I hear him.
But yeah, so recently, Power just came back on, and y'all fuck with Power?
Yeah, I fuck with Power.
The book. The book.
It is. It's called Ghost 2, the Power book. So we just want to give it its right name.
But you know what it is? We type it in.
James is dead.
We type it in as Power and it come up.
You know what? But I think a lot of people still want to
They want to call it Power, but it's done.
I know.
Tommy's
What I'm saying
gone,
is when you type the search,
it's a spinoff though.
but when you type the search, you only got to put Power.
It's like calling the Parkers Moesha. It's the spinoff. Like it's a spinoff.
Yeah,
so it's
facts.
not like none of the
That makes
main
sense.
characters is really there. Some of them there, but not really. So I like to address it by what it is. You mean Power book? It's a whole different cast, whole different setup. Like the plot is all different. It's a spinoff.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a different vibe. I mean, as far as the content and the episodes we've been seeing so far, like how you feel about it? I mean, like as you said, it's definitely not the same though. I mean,
it's because it's like now it came from it being a 35 plus perspective to now being a child's perspective.
Exactly.
Well, not even a child, someone is in their late teens, early 20s, so like that almost into adulthood kind of perspective and like what they're going through. I didn't think that I was gonna like it, but I fucking love Mary's character. I think that she is playing the role really good. Like, she's very believable. Like, as an actress, like, I like her role. I do. And I didn't think that I was, but I'm kind of fucking with it. I'm like, Mary is giving
progressing.
Right.
I didn't like it off rip. She didn't just off the rip kill it.
Off the rip, she killed it to me.
No, but you see, like, all right, you see, like, when you watch it, I know it's not the same, but, like, when you watch Power, right, like, when you seen Ghost and Tommy, like, those characters, like, they sold it to you off the rip. Like, you didn't have to, like, find it. Mary, like...
I was sold.
I'm searching for it still though. Like,
you haven't found it yet.
The last episode she dropped,
just now.
I bought it.
Yeah,
like,
she got me too.
Yeah,
she got me too.
See, that's the biggest thing. She got to build you into it.
Right.
Remember, Ghost and Tommy was starting off fresh. You didn't know what you was getting up front.
But they sold it though.
Yeah, they sold it.
But I think off rip it's harder to believe a woman as a gangster in that position, and that's why it's harder for y'all to believe it. Is because it's a woman in the position of power.
True.
I think that's 50-50. I get your point. What it is that Tommy and Ghost are real actors. No disrespect to Mary.
No, absolutely.
So this is their thing. Right. Mary kind of is getting sucked in and let me see. Right. I mean, I don't know if that was her childhood dream all along.
What other movies did she do before that? Not really.
She was in what's the name?
She did.
What's the shit?
Prisoner Song. With like Q-Tip, like she was his mother.
Oh, I barely remember that. Was that straight to DVD?
No, what's the one that's a series? Like
she did something new. She did Umbrella Academy. It's on
Never heard that.
Right. Now it's a series though, so it's
that.
giving her more than one shot.
See, you know what the biggest thing is? I think is people see a person and they see their character of what they do in one of their careers. Kind of like LL. It was kind of a shock to see him play a villain or play a tough role. And I think that's what people are trying to actually pull out of Mary. It's like, we know you for singing like this, but then now we
But she from Yonkers though.
Some things is better than, I feel like sometimes you get pushed to something that's better for you. I would hope y'all agree with me that Will Smith is a better actor than he is a rapper, but he started off as a rapper.
Yeah, facts.
But it went straight into like, once that Fresh Prince came shit up, it's like, fuck the rapping shit, because the rapping shit is trash. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But sometimes you might start in one place and you be better.
People don't, and people don't want to admit that.
Hold on.
Yeah, but he probably never thought that he was gonna be an actor. Like, he probably thought that his thing was gonna
I'm gonna give you one.
A rapper. Yeah.
I'm about to shut.
Summertime was fire.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
No,
your man got legendary records
but that's one song.
never going nowhere.
Legendary records or record?
Record.
Come on.
All right.
But I'm saying people get pushed into like what they're better. I think that LL was a good rapper or whatever. Then he transitioned, but Will Smith from the get go was just better at acting than rapping.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And Mary, she's already had this very long term albums and singing career. So I get what you're saying about like trying to shift her into an acting role and as a gangster role, because it's not even like a
I ain't mad at her though.
But
how we judging that in comparison to Method Man's acting? But he had more experience than her though.
Method Man on this one, I don't.
It's not really selling.
Like, it's like cheesy.
I ain't fucking with it.
I think that they probably chose roles that would probably normally not be them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Well, they ain't choose their roles. They got casted.
Yeah.
And they just ran with it because, like, Method Man being a lawyer and actually trying to talk articulate, it does you kind of see the breaks in it. But it's like, you want to, I guess you want to jump into a different lane so people see you in a different light.
Gotcha.
And I think that's the main thing with Mary. And I think, of course, Mary's going to have more of a lane. I don't think in his character, I think it's going to be one-sided. You're only going to see him like actually in the legal side, not like the other lawyer. With the other lawyer, you were seeing him more
he
in
was
the
on
old
both. He was on both.
So
how y'all feel about Woody?
Yo, I think his character, like he's another one. Like, I didn't have to dig for that. Like, he gave it to me off rip.
But he gave Bad Boy and Bobby Brown movies. He's like, he gives that bad boy thing, but he also raps and sings and shit like that. And then when I hear him singing and rapping, I'm like, this is trash.
Who raps?
Your man Woody.
That played Bobby Brown?
Since when?
Yeah.
Ben.
Oh, his
I never heard
Instagram.
no shit.
He
Ben.
is a singer kind of rapper thing going on. It ain't working for him.
I take him as an actor because I love the Bobby Brown stories and the New Edition.
But he gave Bad Boy from Jump Street because that technically I think was his first role, and then now he's still in a Bad Boy role. So like all his roles are like that.
Yeah, like
Bad Boy
I think
role.
he sold that well. And as far as this like,
how do you feel about the other characters, like the one that plays his sister and the brother that's I'm not gonna bash sexual orientation.
I knew that was gonna happen.
They just had to throw that in there.
I knew, like,
that
I don't know why it was something about me that was like, that nigga's gay. Like, I don't know why. I just knew it before it even happened. I'm just like, Drew is gay.
I mean, but I guess they had to bring that, they had to get that audience.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, get that. I mean.
Is he selling it? Do you think in real life he's probably gay?
I think in real life he might be gay.
But then you got characters like, what's my man?
Omar from The Wire. Mm-hmm. He's not gay in real life. But I don't know what he does.
He sold that shit. Like,
I know that he's married with a kid, I think.
But like, I think like he's like a different type of gangster more than Drew though. You know what I mean? He was like I think like the streets respect him more because he was a gangster on The Wire.
That's at the
I
tone
like
for them.
Diana's just a prop. Like she don't really do nothing for me. Like she's there or whatever, but like it's nothing.
There,
right. The other girl, this at his school,
because she did other stuff.
Because she did other stuff. Everybody hates Chris. I was watching The Oval right now. I'm like binge watching. I hated that bitch on The Oval.
The Oval is horrible acting though.
The whole thing is horrible. But it's my first time watching it this week, and I was just like, yo, like Brothers and what's the other one? Like all the shit is on BET. Plus, it's trash. And I'm just like, Lord. But I think that I like her in this role. Like to me, she give a little something extra. She was on her player shit, and I like that too. And I was just like, yes, girl, that's right, both of them, whichever one. Like so,
I like the cute professor too.
Yeah. This addicted to sex. She's addicted to sex. She's addicted to sex, and that's why she has like the sponsor and stuff like that. And it's just like they downplaying it a little bit, but it's like, but I get it. Like I think I read into it a little bit more because it's just like you knew the nigga was smashing somebody else next door, but you still so infatuated with him and sex that you would keep moving. Then you just when it gets to it, like she likes sex and she's addicted to it, and that's what I was reading from it.
She let the basketball nigga smash, right?
Zeke smashed it.
But she get a rush from it. That's why she got that sponsor that she got to lean on. Like, and the sponsor was like, don't talk to him, don't be around him. But it's like she has an addiction.
Like, am I jumping too soon here? Like Major Hype X. Kirby has an addiction.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, she does have. I mean, it was a few of her sex tapes that leaked, and it was just.
My coworker today was like, he felt that Major did too much, like to try to make him look like he's the total victim. Even though he admitted the shit that he did, we feel like he lost following behind that. Like Kirby. He didn't have to.
She's a porn star.
No,
might as well call it.
I mean,
I could have sworn I seen the name Kirby on Pornhub a few times.
I mean, shit, it might have
been. That name is kind of common.
In the past week.
Yeah, shit. Before this week.
The funny shit is when we type in names, it be there, even if it ain't the person we thought it was.
True. That's true.
But how y'all feel about him just having that whole story, the way he did his live, the way he tried to explain everything? Was that excessive, or that's what was needed?
I mean, I think to some, like, cause they were saying like, yo, they compared it to Tory. They were saying like, if Tory would have came out as fast as he did, they would have believed Tory a little bit more. So they saying the fact that he came out.
What did Tory do?
Shoot Megan?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Well, I'm sorry. Allegedly. I'm no judge or jury.
Allegedly.
I don't think Tory did that shit. Like, you gonna make a whole album about Shorty and not.
The thing we can say is some next shit went on that night. I think that they was off whatever they do, smoke, pills, drink, whatever. I think they was off some shit and some wild shit just happened that we don't know. We weren't there. We'll never get the real thing.
They was on Percocets and Molly.
Shit like that.
Something. Yeah.
We know that. I know that behavior.
Well, shit. Okay. Shout out to knowing that behavior. But yeah, I mean, as far as the major, in the
major hyper situation, it's a dead on spot. Shout out to the fact that you shouldn't record your outings, as I'm going to say, because they can always leak, and especially.
Don't I know?
Shout out to Ray J. Young Ray J in the building.
He started it.
And
Ray J.
Matter of fact, Ray J started this whole sex tape
Exactly.
shit. This Kim K.
That was
and
one
shit.
time though,
And-
and that shit was trash.
Well, no, actually, Ray J did not start it. Who was the first person to come out with a sex tape?
Kels, your
Exactly.
boy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Chi-Town.
Don't y'all throw that shit over here.
Shots.
That's your boy though.
Like
Wait, hold on.
Young
Quick question.
girls.
Is Kels still canceled in your book or what?
That's a good one.
Please don't
I
kill
want to know
me.
if he's canceled. Tell me.
Please,
Is he
can I
canceled or
explain?
not?
He's not
Can
canceled.
I explain?
That means he's not.
That's not what I said.
Let's talk.
Let me explain. R. Kelly may have just came out to the rest of the world that he was a pedophile, but he's been this way for a very, very long time.
'Cause
And
you
now
from
y'all know in
Chicago.
New York. I've been to R. Kelly's house like 3 times. I'm not going to lie. I've been there for parties. I've been around the scene. My sister, who was 4 years older than me, went to parties at her house too. My cousin is 4 years older than my sister. So this has been going on for years.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying.
Hold on.
Not
Hold
saying
on.
that it's right.
That's why I was waiting to hear that part.
But listen, I'm not saying that it's right. But what I'm saying is, for me, my first time ever going there, I was 22. There are no men at these parties. It's just him and his bodyguards and like 30
women.
bitches. You do have
Sounds
to show your
about right.
ID when you go in, and you do have to sign an NDA, and you cannot have your phone, okay? And in these parties, there's, of course, free alcohol, there's free weed, there's music floating around and shit like that. You could always tell the ones that was sitting in the corner, eating, drinking, smoking, versus the little girls, and you could tell them was some little ass girls that was popping their ass in front of that man's face. That's the difference, though. So it's just like, I think that the girls themselves and their upbringing and not having no guidance, they seek the attention from him, and they push themselves on him, because you got some of those who I wouldn't go nowhere near that man. I sat back and I chilled, I drank. It was like the pregame spot. You go there, you drink, you smoke, and then you go to the club. But for the little girls that was in the middle of the floor, in front of him, on top of him, popping their ass on him every time I went, and you could always tell they was young as fuck. Always. They put themselves into those positions because they were young, they lacked knowledge, and they didn't have no fucking guidance in their life. And they was weak-minded, in my opinion. That's how I feel.
Go ahead, because I know you was waiting to go.
Because you know I got questions. Morris. So at the end of the day, you said you went back more than once. What was you going for? What
Free
was your
liquor
experience?
and free weed and free food before I go to the club.
Okay, so that means that you was going there to take advantage of what was actually.
It was a party. It was
signs.
but first time I didn't know. Second time I did not know. I was with a different group of girls, a different set of friends.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got there, because the girl that was driving, she knew where we was going, but she wasn't. She's like, "No, I just got surprised. We going to this party." She never said anything. And then when we got there, I'm like, "Bitch, I know where we going." I'm just, because of nothing. He lived down the street from my mother, so I'm just like, "Sis, you going to R. Kelly house?" Because it's like big ass gated community and stuff like that. And she's like, "You been here before?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've been here before."
All right, so let me also put it to this. So
He's
Get it
she's trying to get your
together. Get
question
it
together.
together.
Get your shit right.
after a certain while, like, of seeing the fuck shit, like, how much?
I didn't go back after. I've only been 3. It was the first time I did. I went, and I'm like, okay, this was cool. And I checked the scene. I ain't like it that much. Second time, I did not know. The third time, I really just went back with my friend because she was fucking him at the time, and she just wanted somebody to ride out there with her because I wasn't living with my mother.
How old
living
was
in
your
the city.
friend?
She was 22.
Okay, all right. So she was
yeah, we were grown. I didn't go to his
house.
house until I was like an adult.
Okay.
She wanted to, but crazy thing is she didn't mind. She was like, "I'm about to put my perfume on. What you think I should wear?" I'm like, "Girl, I don't know." She was like, "Something light and sweet," because he like little girls, right? And I was like, and she started laughing, and I was like, "I guess shit." Like, but I sat in the car. I didn't go in that third time.
So I'm gonna get, because I know sure enough I'm gonna get the rotation, and I'm gonna bring Flatbush Phil back in for this one, because you know I'm gonna have to play devil's advocate. If there was a woman in the industry that was actually doing the same exact thing, how would y'all have jumped at it at those younger ages? Because I know there's certain artists that I know if they were actually built like that, and I was actually in that opportunity, I can't say that at 15 I wasn't going and being up with the fuck shit too, knowing that that person
and
was
these girls is coming from
pedophiling
broken homes too. Like they coming from where like their parents is not there and they just want to be accepted. And of course, a lot of them wanted to sing or dance or be like in the entertainment industry. So they figure, well, I'm gonna put myself out there, and then they already fast as fuck because they don't have no adult supervision. But in Chicago, because everyone knows this, people don't relate R. Kelly the music to Robert Kelly the man. I do still listen to R. Kelly from time to time in the privacy of my own home because he does have some hits, and I was fucking to those hits. Like I don't know, I like it.
That's undeniable.
Okay.
He got more than some.
He got some hits.
That's
and it's just like
undeniable.
I cannot just like completely not
Cancel him?
I can't completely cancel. I can still cancel him as a person, but 12 play, I can't cancel.
It's
12
impossible to cancel R. Kelly in the music industry.
Fire.
He has changed the music industry from when he came in to
I just
now.
feel like I can't like.
I can't
I
support
can't
him.
let
I'm
him
not no new albums.
off. He ain't gonna have no new album. We're
Nah.
gonna have new. What
So
the new album gonna be? Jailbird.
No, just saying, I'm not supporting anything new, but the old shit, I'm playing the old
12
shit.
block.
12 block.
12 block.
12 block. I can't. You know what it is like. I think if you have kids, and not to say that if you don't, you can't chime in on this, but if you have kids and that happen, you just kind of got to be a little more stern with it because you're a protector of your kids. So because they didn't do that, whoever kids was involved, however they judged that, and however I have to be stern as a parent. Like, yo, I can't make that look like, even though we understand how, why, what. The message drilled to our youth is that this is not okay.
I'm not.
So
But they knew that then,
that's
though.
why but we don't want to lose any more because there are millions of R. Kellys.
True. There's another one in Chicago too, and he just got caught like recently, and he been around since I was in like 7th to 8th grade.
Say his name. Say his name.
His name is Maurice, and he is.
I need the whole government. I need the whole government. What's the last name?
No,
I don't remember his last name.
Is it?
His name was Maurice, but he was like the dancing. I get not R. Kelly, but like the dancing guy in Chicago. Like if you wanted to dance and you wanted to be part of one of the dope, he owned a group called Final Phase. Every little girl in Chicago wanted to be a part of this group called Final Phase, and his name is Maurice. And they would do anything, and then not even just being a part of the group, to be in that prime diamond. That's the 2 girls in the front and the 3 girls on the side in any competition, because when you go to a dance competition that's really big in Chicago, you looking at the diamond, you looking at the girls. This, of course, it's like 12 girls out there, but you looking at those ones that's in the front and center. He could put you in the front.
Okay, let's keep it a buck, man. There's a lot of
There's a lot
pedophiles
of them like that, and he
out here
got
in
caught
the
recently.
world.
And then I saw somebody right now.
this
It's about time, because my mama pulled me out. We went away to like a dance thing out of town, and he came in my room in the middle of the night, and I told my mother, and she cussed him out and pulled me out the group.
Let's also shout out, because we can't have this one-sided. There's a lot of female pedophiles on the low that actually prey on young boys just the same way.
This
And
dude I was
they're not
talking to
in
had
the
sex with his high school teacher. That's who lost his virginity.
Yes.
too.
I mean, but then again, but like when you see situations like that, you know, like you see, you know, younger boys having sex with older females now. I mean, do we look at it in the same light as a female, you know, having sex with an older man?
I think you
No, we
should,
don't.
but I don't
We
think that
don't,
it
but you
is.
should.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think you
exactly.
should, but I don't think it
We
is
should.
now.
Yeah, like we give like you know, like props
it's
to that.
not new, because you got to remember, in eras before us, you had young boys that made a lot of money because there was a lot of drug millionaires. So in the 60s and the 70s, you got to think about, dudes was actually hustling and they were making money to that level. Them guys were being pedophiled on too.
Right, yeah. I mean,
But if we went around,
Right.
if we went around the room, did all y'all lose your opportunity to a woman that was older than you all, or someone that was your age? Starting over here.
Somebody that was my age, and I actually, the reason why it was because that person was dealing with people that were older than me.
You.
And I was pretending.
I mean, for me, I would say it was somebody that was like a year younger than me. But I mean, of course, I've been in situations where I was just like, you know, 17, 18, having, you know, sexual relationship with people who's been like 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
You too?
So it happened, but it's not the first
but like-
experience.
I was talking about the first
The
experience.
first experience,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
was younger than me, but they weren't a virgin.
Interesting.
They was already getting it in.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I mean,
like
so,
mine
I
was
mean-
same age.
I know a lot of guys
but
that their virginity was lost to a woman that was older and a little bit more mature than them. Like
mean,
if
but
they
then
was
it-
like 15, 16, the girl was like 18, 19, 20.
I mean, but
I
like,
couldn't get that. In my day, they was like, nah, you gotta be a little older.
No, but I ain't gonna lie,
Because
but
I was
listen.
honest about my age. I never did that lying shit to
I ain't
try to
gonna lie,
just get.
but yo,
Yeah,
for me, I
never.
did have a situation where I was like 13, and I had like, I'm bugging, maybe like 11, wilding, and I had like this babysitter. You know what I mean? She was like 18, 19. But she'll be like jerking me off and shit like that and doing shit.
Your
But,
babysitter?
Yeah, you know what I mean. But I wasn't really.
Shout out to the
tripping.
babysitter.
I wasn't really tripping. I'm like, oh shit, cause like yo, it'll be me, another little boy, and like
Wow.
she'll make him like play with her pussy while I suck her teeth, all types of wild shit. I'm like, yo, and me and him like, yo, boy, we lit. Yo, like, and we out here.
Shit, why
like,
wasn't I in this household?
yo, we out here, like, and it wasn't no thing. So it was just like, I mean, for us, we wasn't tripping. I was like, oh shit, I'm out here.
I didn't
Yo.
experience that till I was 20. Because when I was 20, I was dealing with somebody who was 40. And that's wild to say as a
She
40-year-old
was mad
now.
desperate.
no, but
Wait, why you want to get spicy? You
I'ma
want to
be
get
honest,
spicy right now? Why should I be desperate?
What do
You
a
know what
woman
I looked
that's
like when I was
40
20? You know what I looked like when I was 20?
I don't even want a nigga that's a year younger than me.
No, but-
Somebody
but
that's 40.
you
want
know what
somebody
I looked like
that's
when I was 20?
I don't care what you look like. You were 20. What you
But
doing
maybe
for
she
one
want to
that's
get her
40?
shit stretched up though.
Yeah,
Stand
but
by.
look, here goes
She
the
could
thing.
get-
You know why?
Men are in
You know
sexual
what
crime in
it
their
is?
30s
You
and
know
they
what it
40s,
is?
so what
She
this
was
little
40,
boy-
I was 20, and her husband was probably 60. So
Oh.
he probably can't do nothing no more.
Oh, so you was a mistress.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
You know what was crazy? You got a point. I actually got to give you credit. It felt weird when I met her daughter. Guess how old her daughter was?
Same age.
Younger than you, or
Right.
same age. Yeah.
Mistress.
20.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with me. Like when I was in my younger years, I never had a babysitter. Let alone when it came down to actually being of those ages. When I was always a talker. I was always the one that would actually be brave and say whatever. But I always looked my age, so it wouldn't work for me then. But when I became an adult, 18 and up, anything goes, because it was like I was in certain areas in the city of Manhattan where it was like if you do run down on somebody, it's kind of like there's really no thought. As long as you come in with a good enough talk, it's probably going to work for you. And I dealt with somebody when I was in my early 20s that was in their 30s. And, you know, it was just the fact of what I was saying, let alone I was mobile, because a lot of guys, I've been mobile since I was about 16. So it's like a lot of guys weren't mobile. So I used that to my advantage also.
That's true.
I wasn't really getting a lot of money, but I had a little something.
You
I could
could
take
take
you
you
out
in
on
20 minutes.
take you out on a bomb date.
That's some New York shit because everybody in Chicago had a car when they was 16. I had my first car when I was 16.
and that's the one thing we don't got in New York. We
Yeah.
really can't get
Because y'all don't take
licensed
drivers
early.
in high school either,
Yeah,
do y'all?
it's not too many
It's
driver's
like a
ed
requirement in
programs.
high school. Like we take it as part of our course. Like they teach
that's
you,
why
they
make
get
it
your high school, get your
Nah, we
permit
got
and
it later.
everything. So you literally learn how to drive in high school.
Oh yeah, and do remember, yo, women ain't got no rules. It's who's asking for it at the point in time. Remember
But I
that.
don't know. I guess it depends on the woman. That's why I said she was desperate. No offense to her, but it's just like I won't even look at no nigga that's younger than me. Like I'm not interested at all. Like it ain't nothing you could do for me
You
at
also-
all. And I'm talking even 1 year, 2 years. I'm just like I'm good. And then like,
Desperate
bitch,
drunk
but I'm
night,
You
sure.
though,
was
baby.
never,
I don't care,
you
I'm
was
straight.
never, because you probably never was in like a locked in situation. Like I said, with him being 60, he probably wasn't 60. She probably was married to him for God knows. He probably been off his game. She probably ain't had a decent
they
nut
got
in
Viagra.
20 years.
My
10
daddy's 60
years.
and my daddy always bragging about his Viagra.
But you want to know what's funny? Like you, all right. So not to drag it long, but like I think in her defense, it's not like we just hooked up right away. We actually couldn't stand each other. I was working somewhere with her,
She was your manager?
See, that
No.
works.
Oh, okay.
That works.
She
Close-
was
close
next
quarters.
in line though. You know how when it's competitive at work, who's next to be supervisor? She was next in line. But then when I came, I jumped a lot of people. Like they was looking at me, and she been there trying to get to be the one. So when I came, I skipped a few heads, and
stole
she
her
was
job.
like, "The fuck, this
She
young
stole-
nigga."
so that's
So,
a
she
power
knew
move.
the
She
age.
stole your-
She knew the age then, because she was like, "You
stole
about to
her
promote
job
this
and she
young
was like, I'm
nigga."
about to fuck this little nigga. It was a power move then.
No, all right,
a
bro.
power
To really
that's
close
how
it out
women
quick.
move.
I'm gonna close it out quick.
Yeah, they do.
This is what did it. This what sealed it. I was doing music from then. So my first single around that time, it was a joint called Loose Chicks. So the guy that was gonna do the promoting, he loved rap. So he put the Loose Chick shit on. Mind you, me and this woman was at like 50 in Ja Rule. not fucking with each other. She come in the room, I leave. I come in the room, she leave. He's playing Loose Chicks song. She don't know that I rap. So we all in there listening to Loose Chicks, my first single. And she come in, and I had a nasty line in there. I eat her like dinner or something. If she stay for breakfast, whatever. The bar was like that, and she didn't know it was me. And she go, who's that? I want to see if they really do that. So we all capping because they know she can't stand me. But if she only knew that was me, so it started from there, and that's it. I ain't gotta go no more.
I mean, but do you feel like, all right, so basically, as far as like, so now, I mean, but do you feel like as men, like we've all fallen into that category? Because it's like, if you was in high school or college, like, have you dealt with women who was younger than you or females who was way out of your age range? You know what I'm saying?
Are you asking for R. Kelly's?
I mean, let's be a buck. You know what I mean?
The youngest I ever went in teenage to early adulthood probably was a 3-4 year difference.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
How old were you?
I was 17 and I was with a 14-year-old. Was that OD?
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of close.
But she had the snappy nappy. But I got her in wild trouble because she got
snappy nappy.
Yo, you bugging the fuck up. She got that shit. You know what I mean? She got
Watch
that
the movie
work.
Juice and then
Watch
you'll know what that means.
Yeah.
I've watched Juice several times. What the fuck is a snappy nappy?
Remember when
man,
Samuel
when
Jackson was
Jackson
talking
said
to the guy and he said, but I don't even know why you was so hype. He said, because she had the snappy. He said, the snappy nappy? The snappy nappy. Go back to that.
A lot of you young people, Juice was in the early 90s. I got to make sure that y'all know that.
Samuel
Kind of like
Jackson.
a station
So
wagon.
it was tight and nappy? I'm confused. Tell me what it means.
No, snappy nappy means like it was just on the money.
That shit was
It's just
hitting. That shit was
like
you know what I mean?
right away. I'm glad I did this.
Wait, so you was 17.
And she was 14, but I got her in wild trouble.
So wait. So
And it was her first time.
in high school, so what you was a senior? So
I was 11th grade, and she was ninth.
Freshman. She was a freshman. He was a junior.
Right.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, well, I've been.
Is that OD?
Yeah, no, I mean,
No,
but-
freshman and junior, no.
Yeah.
But that
I
means
mean,
she was
but
dressed
she
into
got
it because technically
she
in
got
freshman year
shipped
you supposed
away
to turn
though.
15.
Let
No,
me
but
get-
I can't fuck. It be like that, cause I was a senior and I had a freshman, but she wasn't looking like no freshman though.
Cause some of them are built different.
She was. I don't know what type of milk she was drinking.
Drinking.
But,
Not the 2%.
nah.
The full whole milk.
With some weight gain in there.
Fact, she had a whole protein.
They
shake.
shipped
That's all.
away her though. That 14-year-old turned me out a little bit, and then the brother told on her, and she got shipped to LA off that.
You got the girl shipped out of here? Ooh, that's messed up. Her brother was older or younger?
Younger.
He a hater.
Exactly.
Beat his little ass.
That's how it would be though.
I had two situations. One, I was 18. They were 16, turned to 17.
Nah, ain't nothing.
You was what you said?
He was an adult and she was
I
a
was
child.
an adult and she was a child.
18, 16, 17. That's not.
And
He was 18
I was 18.
and she was 16. She was a child.
So then later on in life, which was early 20s, I had somebody run down on me that was 17.
No, now you wildin'. Once you
And
enter 2-0,
I was just like, yo, you got
hold on.
but
Say that again. What you do? What?
he
Once you
said
enter your
20
20s,
and she
you
was
can't
17.
wait.
So you can't fuck with teenagers
in your 20s.
You're in your
No.
20s.
If the end of your number says teen,
Wait, but hold on. Yo,
Yeah.
Let's say you in your 20s and they 18.
No, but
don't
hold on.
matter.
That's debatable.
No,
But he
wait,
said
wait,
17.
18, but no, she was 17. So you
Nah,
know what I
that's-
did? I said, yo,
Belly?
you
DMX?
got the hold
Vita?
off. You got the hold off. And I ain't even gonna lie, I really did not call that person until I knew
turned 18?
until they was officially in it. But I feel
hold
like
on.
I'm
It's
more
premeditated though.
we can't fuck because I'm not only
I gotta ask, yo, but did you train her mouth until she was 18?
Nope.
No.
The
Nah,
DMX
I
shit?
waited the whole
Belly.
the whole stretch.
He said, "Are you fucking him?" He's like, "No."
Was
He said,
not
I
calling.
can't fuck him yet."
can't-
And then the crazy thing is, when I knew the age was coming, that's when I started calling. It was like, yo, let me get the words. Let me get the
shit.
words together, and
She
then
said you
boom,
gotta
I had
sign
the
up.
conversation. Everything was set.
That happened to me.
waited.
That happened to me too.
Right, yeah, cause I'm about to say.
Yeah, some
I
dude
no,
just
but
sat
I was
on
a
you.
child.
Right.
I was an 18-year-old, but then like it was a guy in my job, and he was always mess with me and flirt with me. And I'm just like, I'm not 18 yet. He's an adult, so I was the one keeping the barrier. But then it was very weird. I remember after like 2 days after my 18th birthday, I was at work, And he came behind me and he grabbed me by the back of my head and he was like, "You 18 now you get this grown man dick."
She was ready.
That's exactly what I did. I did kind of
This had to be in Chicago.
Yeah, I was and guess where I worked at though? So guess what this happened at?
Rainbow.
That was my first job, but I told you that was my first job, which means I was 16. So at this time I was 18. I worked at McDonald's. This happened in the grill.
Hold on, in the back?
The
In the
quarter.
grill. I work in grill. So
The quarter pounder? He gave you the quarter pounder.
Actually, I remember I was wrapping a double cheeseburger.
Not the Happy Meal.
I was, and he was
With
the
the
grill.
free toy?
He was the grill man. No, the person in the window does the toys. Okay, I was in the grill and I was wrapping a double cheeseburger. And he was the grill manager. He acted like he was coming over there to fucking shake them fucking fish
That's how
fillets.
niggas do it. Niggas
And
do
he
that
came
behind the
behind me
back
because I was right behind the fish fillets. But it's like somebody came through the drive-thru, ordered like 10 double cheeseburgers. So I'm just like, what the fuck? Like I'm moving or whatever. And then he like, you need help? And then he came over there by the fish fillet thing and shook it. And then he just turned around and nowhere was like, you can get this grown man dick down. I was like, I was so in shock. I didn't even know how to move. I was like,
You were serving double cheeseburgers, but he wanted to give you the
"Let me
quarter
go."
pounder.
But I said like I said it real subtle.
Yeah, that let me go. Was different. Like, I'm coming to get that dick down.
Yeah,
I've been
I said it
running.
very
You gonna get that
lightly.
metro.
I was like, let me go. I gotta finish this.
She like
20
no,
piece?
Tyrone, not tonight,
Shut
Tyrone.
Let me ask the question. But when he pulled
pass
out,
me a drink on that one.
Did he give you the McFlurry stick? That's what he gave you. He
I
pulled
never
out.
got
It's on his side
Oh,
all
you never
over there.
got it?
I never. I let him. Nope. I let him eat some coochie, but I never fucked him.
Let him lick some coochie.
I let him lick some coochie, but I never fucked him.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Yo, I
hold
be
on.
hating that. Like, do y'all really have that as a MO? Listen, wait, hold
Not
on.
intentionally.
Okay, because if it's not
Sometimes,
intentional,
I'm
I
lying.
forgive it. The thing is, when you get a guy that wants to go all the way, and then he wants to go all the way,
Right.
so he may use that oral pleasure to get all the way, and then you railroad it by going, that's it.
No,
I feel like that's
I don't think
wrong.
I ever did it on purpose, except for one time. Only one time I was just like, nah, because I got turned off from that. He was doing it way too long, and he didn't know what he was doing, and he bit me.
You're not supposed to
So
let
by the
him
time
go that long
he
if
was
it's
ready
wrong.
to come up, I was just like,
You can't let him go that
I
long if it's
I
wrong.
didn't want to no more.
I don't
So,
even
like,
know what
I
that
Let
couldn't.
him go
part
that
is a
long and
problem.
wrong.
It was terrible. He was enjoying himself.
But how
though. He
would
was
you-
smacking. He was like,
Yeah, I'm sure.
Nom, 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 nom.
He's like, I'm gonna get
this
mine
shit
off because this
hurts.
may be it. But
It
now,
was-
how do y'all
it was
feel?
Awful. It was awful. I'm like,
How do y'all feel
Hold on
if
to
a
shit
guy
like this
do that
hurts.
to you though? Like if you so into a guy, y'all getting ready to get crazy with it, and because you was probably so turned on at the moment that you giving him oral pleasure, and then he just goes, that's it.
I wouldn't know.
I'm just giving you the scenario. I'm not talking about real life.
I'm gonna be
No.
honest. The only way that happens.
Can't ask you nothing.
First of all, I ain't sucking no. First of all, I ain't sucking no dicks unless we've been. I guess
It's just a
Oh,
scenario.
I'm
You
just
ain't
saying.
gotta act like it's
You gotta
realistic
have
all the
to-
way.
no, I'm being realistic, and I'm telling y'all because I am not the only one who thinks this way. I might be the only one who says it. We not sucking no dick off rip. You probably gonna have to fuck us good a couple times before we even go there. Is what I'm
Ooh.
saying.
That's some
Okay.
cap.
That's cap.
That's not cap.
There's
I'm
no
sucking
man
dick.
that walks this earth that can tell you the story that did happen.
I can tell you a few that it
There's some-
happened with.
there's
Like
some chicks that
I don't
sucking
suck
dick
dick
off
off
rip.
rip.
I don't know what she-
I'm not saying you, but it's not
I'll be honest.
unusual.
I'm talking about. I have a lot of female friends. I am no short of friends nowhere. Bitches don't be. I know maybe a couple of them who like to suck dick. They do suck dick off rip.
Yeah.
Bitch, she don't even like to have sex that much. Like I suck your dick, but I'm not fucking you. I have friends
You
like
get a
that.
chick that suck your dick the same day you meet her, a couple hours.
Really?
Yes.
Come on.
I have a few.
Yeah, right, exactly. 'Cause I'm trying to say,
I
like,
got
it-
niggas
it-
that eat pussy the first day too, but I'm not returning the favor. I'm sorry.
Dudes is
what happened?
nasty.
You know what? Yo, you know
Dudes
what?
is
Yeah, I will
nasty.
have sex. I told her, like on the first day, I'll have sex. I'm not sucking your dick the first date though.
Why you want to suck the dick the first day though?
Because I'm just not. I don't
But
know where your dick
I don't
in
think
it.
that's something.
Yo, You
Shit.
gonna take the dick the first day,
I
but you
will
gonna
take
suck
the
the
dick
dick?
the first day, but I ain't putting that shit in my
So
mouth.
you want
No,
niggas
I'm
to
not.
eat your pussy on the first day, but you can't get no head.
It's not a requirement. If you just so happen to want to pop on down there, I ain't gonna stop you.
That's
but
crazy.
it's not a requirement that you have to do that on the first date. It's not a requirement.
Yo, you right, though, you right.
Okay,
They
but if
don't
you
make
want
no
to do
sense.
At the end
it,
of the
knock
day, that's part of
yourself
sex,
out.
though. That's
But
part of
I
I'm
need
not
something more than
sucking
liquor
no
right
dick
now.
on the first day.
This is
Alright,
cat.
alright. So
This
here-
is cat.
Hold on,
I'm
wait,
not
wait.
sucking no.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
suck
wait.
a dick.
If you
and
fucking
better not,
in-
and another thing, you better not ask me. I don't like that. Let me suck your dick on my own. Don't
Oh,
ask
Well,
me.
according to you, if they don't ask, it'd be 5-6 times.
It won't be 5 or 6
Niggas would
times.
be, yo, winter, fall, spring, winter, fall.
I don't take now. Now, last episode, I already told I didn't fuck somebody on the first date. So I'm not going to let it be 4 and 5 months before I suck your dick. But just let me do it. Like, don't ask me.
But
so
we're looking at it like if that first...
I may do it the second time.
The first sexual experience, especially if it's raw dog, what is the difference between putting it in your mouth and putting it in your coochie if it's raw?
The first time you went... First time you went to town, okay? It was bomb. So next time, I swear to God, I'm leading with that. Because you fucked me so good the first time that the next time, I'm leading with that shit.
So how you determine you gonna suck your dick or not?
After the first rip.
Yeah, after the first time?
After the first rip. After the first rip, if it was that good, it was just like, all right, next time, I'm going to be, because like technically, I'll let you conquer me the first time. I'll let you do your thing, do whatever you want to do. But then the second time, I'm going to show you what I got. And I'm leading with that. I'm leading on top. Like, that's what I'm going to do. So that's how I see it. So
basically, the first time, he got to fuck the shit out you.
That's the interview, right? That's the interview.
Basically.
That's the interview.
He got to kill it on the interview, and then you lead him with the sucking dick.
I got something to say.
Go ahead.
I got something to say.
What's
This sounds a lot like... Let me do the comparison.
Shoot your shot.
This sounds like Macy's. You go to Macy's, you buy an outfit, right? And they go $83.17. But if you leave it here to the 15th, you get 20% off. So I want this outfit now, but if I leave it here, I get the better deal.
I'm not sucking your dick if your dick is trash.
Okay,
I want to see what it can do.
That's official.
That's how I feel.
That's
I
facts.
fucks with that. So, but why is it that? All right, so you feel that? So I guess
that's what I said. But doing me is not a requirement.
See, but I can't front because a lot of guys leave with that. Yo, I'm gonna eat your pussy. So you think guys just jump into eating the pussy? They don't give a fuck.
And sometimes
pussy
we might look at you a little funny and it's like, damn, how many coochies have you ate? Because you eat my coochie and you don't even know me like that. That's also
so
not
listen,
a requirement.
yo, niggas, y'all gotta stop leading with that eating pussy.
You can't lead with that eating the pussy.
I can't front because like niggas be like, yo, I eat your pussy.
But you can lead with something that you
niggas,
can.
yo,
I don't
niggas
think.
But you can do foreplay. It don't have to be that. You can lick on a titty. You can lick on a leg.
Nah,
like,
but you be saying this shit and your ass being Starbucks.
It's political.
Yeah,
it's political.
You can suck a titty and a bitch will come. I guarantee you that. Like you don't have to eat.
And you
down
still
there.
ain't get no head out of it.
Wait.
Still ain't get no head out of it.
You saying just suck her titty only?
You can get if you suck her titty. Like if you suck, because like we actually really like that. Like legit. Like it's like a thing for us. Like I can come like that. You could suck or just hang on to it for a minute and then I'm gonna be good. But you don't have to eat our coochie. Is what I'm saying. You just gotta know how to move and foreplay in other ways.
So basically, niggas being thirsty just jump into eating pussy.
Yeah.
My thing is,
I think so.
Oh, this is too political.
And I like
it's
it. And no one's wrong. We like it, but I am looking at you sideways.
Okay, all right.
But if it's if you go in raw, I don't see the purpose of this conversation.
You saying it's cap.
If it's raw, what the fuck is the difference?
Hold up, let's not talk about.
You still taking that chance?
And this hole is two different holes.
Look.
But you could contract the same thing.
Wait. Hold up. Before I even say what I say, let's not even make it seem like raw is all the way to go. Come on, they got condom companies. We got to keep these condoms. We got to strap up.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you are using the condoms, then I get her theory 2,000%.
Yes,
I 2,000% support her if a condom is used every first time, all the time. If you don't use one, what the fuck is the difference about what you will and won't do? Because whatever he got, you got it.
Yeah, you're right. So now I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna dig into my sex life. I'm gonna dig into my sex life a little bit, and I'm gonna let you know something right now. All right, so I done been on dates. I done took chicks to cheap ass dates, and I ain't even gonna lie. In my youth, I had bomb ass places that were cheap, and I take your ass there and I get you. I take a bitch ice skating. You ain't never went ice skating in your motherfucking life half the time. I take your ass ice skating, that shit cost me $20. I'll probably take your ass to a restaurant. I probably won't spend no more than $80. I tell you no lie, I pull you over by the fucking Verrazano Bridge and we sit there and we watch all the lights and the top is happening. And I swear.
Really?
I swear. And it'd be off, and sometimes
she
it just
ain't been
be
nowhere.
off.
She ain't culture because I've been ice skating. I've been ice skating since I was 7.
But this is what he's saying.
But it's
it's
the game that I gotta kick to you after that. And if you digging me, and obviously I'm already playing lamb, but you know what I really am behind it. So now I done had this happen up front tons of times. So now there's some women that also lead off with sucking dick. and then it may be I'm smashing the next go around, and some days it may have been I'm smashing right then and there.
They prefer just to suck dick and to not fuck you.
Y'all should. I can't. Leading with the sucking dick is that. Yo, listen.
That's a winning move for women.
The thing is, you're in the room
with it next time.
Nah, listen. You gotta leave it the first time.
I got this. You're in the room. You're in the room right now with 4 male neutered adults, and all of us will agree to disagree. All agree without asking each other prior how important, and how that determines a lot of our thinking and our dealings with you.
But you don't think in a girl, like if she sucked your dick on the first date, that don't change your opinion?
If it was trash,
dudes will put their dick in your ear right now for nothing.
For real,
nothing.
Nigga,
y'all are some.
They will knock the motherfucking braids off the side of your head.
A nigga will fuck your braid.
Like, don't move. Don't move. Stay right there. I'm just gonna close my eyes.
Is that because there is a lot of lapse in time in between these days? Like y'all not fucking in between, or y'all not seeing nobody consistently? Because I get that. But if you
it's like serial killing.
Word,
so
right? Like
if you fuck the girl a couple days before your date, you really own it? Like you just had sex?
Motherfucker could have fucked another bitch an hour before you. He will try.
He just came out the shower and got fresh for you.
Exactly.
That shit is like reset.
Yo, listen, it's real, yo. A nigga fucking
I got crop wipes.
The day before, the nigga jerk off before seeing you and still want to fuck you. Ready to go. Like, yo, listen, I'm ready to go. Like, yo, nigga,
hey man, summer time, I'm calling to the heavens on that one.
That's some hornball shit.
That is a fucking fact.
But yo, there's girls that will suck your dick and never call you again.
I fuck somebody and won't call them. I've done that because I lose interest.
But yo, why though? Well, why?
Because I lose interest.
That don't matter.
Yo, I ain't even gonna lie.
I will fuck the nigga and won't talk to him no more. But that's also out of town shit too for me though. Because I travel a lot. So
out of town
if I'm
shit,
traveling, I know I'm not gonna talk to you no more, nigga.
Out of town shit is a mandatory. But here go the thing. Yo, the women that fuck me one time or the max is 3 times and never call me again, them bitches cared about my feelings. They ain't want me to deal with their crazy shit. You love me. Shout out to every last one of y'all chicks. Yo, I don't give a fuck what the fuck she said.
He was mad cool.
This is how he
good sex. Mad cool, had good sex, but just didn't like him.
I don't give a fuck. You gave me some pussy. I got a body, and you can
right,
go.
But then we had a great time. We had this, and you ain't fucking with me no more. And you curved me. It's not I curved you. We did. We had a great time. We had some good sex. It was a good day. I enjoyed my day.
Yeah,
why not continue?
Thank you.
I'm gonna let you feel away.
But they come back and complain later, like, "Oh, you don't hit me, you don't do this." It's like he's like, "But we had such a good night." Yeah, we did.
That means that your pussy was good.
Right, that's right. So that don't mean I gotta do it again. I had a great time. I think you're an amazing person. But as far as like to keep up the communication and talking to you,
all this proves is women run the world.
Yeah, that's it. That's all it is. You know, we got it.
I think that I would have in those situations. I would have kept going if I liked the person. Like I didn't like you. We just had a good time.
Controlling the narrative.
We had a good time. Like we had a good time.
At that time.
It's not nope, Phil, that's not what I said, okay? What I said was I had a good night. That's it. We had fun.
So you just went to fuck. That's it.
It wasn't that I even wanted to fuck. It just happened. Like,
listen, yo, but my point.
I didn't go into it thinking I was gonna fuck him.
Oh,
no.
Listen, but if you meet a nigga like he, you know, in your mind, like he's, you know what, like you feeling everything about him. He has, you know, he meets your criteria.
Then I'm gonna keep hitting him up to fuck again.
But then he fucks the shit out you crazy. But then he ghosts you. How you moving?
Same way he moving.
Oh, so it's just whatever.
Yep.
But see, you are a chosen few of women.
It's chess, not checkers.
Cause I'd be damn if I'd be like, oh, you
you a chosen few.
But maybe not you. But why do they want that though?
Do what? Why do they want what?
You see how you said like he'll do that and you had a vibe off of him and now he ghosts you, so you'll just be like whatever. Mm-hmm. But we feel like y'all do that a lot more than we do in the sense of saying you want to and you want us to chase y'all or some shit.
Honestly, we're never in power. Like
never.
You don't have to chase because I think it should happen. You know what? You don't have to chase if it is natural. Like you like him, they like you like her. There's no chase. You don't have to chase
Ain't
her.
no fucking natural meter to put over our heads and say this is a natural one.
Like y'all hit each other. No, it is. Y'all hit each other up evenly. Like y'all want to hang out evenly. Like it's not one sided at all. When it becomes one sided, one person usually is falling off. But if it's natural, there is no effort that comes from either one. It's naturally. So
are you with setting off the natural? Like if you felt it was natural, but maybe he's just not a aggressive person as far as trying to really be on your your body too hard in case you busy. You always doing shit. You always got a lot of shit going on.
Busy all you want to.
No, I'm just giving. Hold on.
Make time.
I'm not saying
that
You're at it the wrong way. It's not missing it.
I am looking at it the right way.
I'm talking about like the next day type shit. So like, if you had a great
time if the dick was good and I like you. I
No,
don't care
but
what
make
I
time for
say.
what you make time for.
Are you
I don't care
doing
what I gotta
the? I'm saying, are you saying hey?
Even women.
Are you shooting that hey text?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey.
so you're not as prideful as I thought.
I cold-hearted
If it
believe
was
in that
natural,
too.
then I'm going to say
You'll do the
something.
hey.
Yeah.
What's up?
I ain't gonna do hey. I'm gonna be like, what's up, boo?
Women that really,
See,
women
yo.
that really want to get you.
Yo, they so strategic.
I ain't just like, hey, I'm.
We
what's
never
up,
have control.
boo?
Yes, you never.
I want you to know that you
even-
never have.
even-
Hey,
yo.
4 men.
Or I'll say some
The
slick
4
shit.
of us don't have no control.
Yeah,
Look,
y'all do. I'll say some slick shit like
It is a
I'll
level
be
where you
like,
have control,
ooh,
though.
wild night, huh?
Not much,
Like, I don't know.
but
I'm
go
gonna say
ahead.
something funny. Like I'm gonna say something for me, my way of like speaking is to say something funny. Like so it was like, ooh, somebody ain't had no pussy in a while or something like that. Or like
See?
something, some funny ass
And
shit.
they know how to
So, like,
boost niggas. Yo,
Yeah.
niggas, yo, we gotta stop being stupid.
Or like
Yes,
that.
that's
Or
it.
like-
Yo,
this
it's
is my-
men have
this
to
is my
stop
one right
being
here. The one I
fucking
use
stupid.
most
So, hold on,
often.
she got it in
The
line.
one I
Listen
use
for
the
this
most
line.
often. It was like, oh, my legs are sore.
See? The cap.
My
Yo,
shit doesn't
niggas
be
gotta
sore.
stop
I
being
just be talking
stupid.
shit. But it works if it was just like, I had a long night. I'm walking
You
funny.
can't use that same strategy.
See, this is the
You
main
can't use
thing.
that same
Men,
strategy.
where we fuck up at, women, once you fuck, all the cards come on your side. But don't think that at any given point in time, she ain't gonna get both of the fucking jokers. Because she can have both of the jokers whenever she want. And that's what that shit is. Her saying, yo, you know what? Even though she busy, she ain't going, if she really, really digging you, she gonna make sure that there's always at least a fucking piece of dental floss to make sure she can pull your ass still back in.
Yeah.
They got that fishing rod.
Yeah, they got that
Yeah.
fishing
They got that-
rod.
I use
They
that.
got
I
you.
use that line all the time. The I'm busy line. I'm busy. Yeah, I am. But I can stop. I own my businesses. And even when I didn't, even when I worked regular job, if I wanted to make time, I made time. It didn't mean shit to me.
So
You could
pretty
still be
much, if a
that.
female talk about she ain't got no time for you, she not fucking.
She
with
lying.
you.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it really is.
She
When
lying.
men really say they ain't got no time, they probably really ain't got no time. They probably grinding, they hustling, they
yo,
doing
I
whatever they
ain't
need
gonna
to do.
We don't
Or even
cap
they
with
fucking
that,
beat
really.
on- even they
There's
fucking
There's a
with
small
other
percentage of
chicks.
capping with
We
that.
cap.
Yes,
Cause I use it. That's
Small,
my
but
biggest.
they're
for me,
capping.
but they're capping big.
Y'all don't know how much I use that shit, and
Yo.
it works for me. I'll be like, I'm trying
She's
to
the
run
plus
these
when you got kids,
businesses.
though.
I'm
You
trying
know-
to do
you
this,
know-
I be
listen,
lying.
you know
Like
you-
how y'all asked me to come here, I can stop whatever I'm doing, do whatever the fuck I want to do. And even when
So
I
you
had a
know-
job, I can stop what I'm doing and do whatever I want to do.
So you
like,
know
it
you
doesn't matter.
upsetting a lot of viewers that may have a thing for you.
Yo, you know,
That sounds like a personal problem.
no.
Right now.
This is the real shit. You blowing up a lot of women and you putting their ass out there, and that's the big thing.
We knew that already. See,
But
did you need her to say that?
But hold
didn't
up,
need to say
you
that.
really didn't. You really didn't. But it's the fact that she's saying it out, and
It's-
she's
it's-
the
it's-
female
it's
saying it.
verification.
She talking about
Nah,
salon
but yo, but
talk,
listen though, but yo.
nail salon talk. She talking about that actual sipping chat talk.
Yeah.
They don't want that
But
because
Brody,
women
listen.
don't never want to let you know where they motherfucking position is. It's kind of like war. They don't want to let you know.
I have another friend that we all know too. I ain't gonna name no names.
See, bow.
She fucked
She-
somebody that was her friend. And now she's trying to friend zone that nigga. And instead of just saying, let me friend zone you, she just not fucking with him like that. And then he is just like, what the fuck? Like, are you trying to friend zone me? And instead of her just saying it, she chuckles and laughs and shit. Yes, nigga, she's friend zoning you. And he's like, what the fuck? I already hit it. And it's just like, what that mean to her? Don't mean absolutely nothing. We
So
can,
listen,
Bro,
yo,
so
end of the
wild
day,
friends
niggas
on
got,
the
yo,
photo.
niggas got, yo,
I
like,
fucked.
I want
We was
men.
on some drunk
Hold on.
shit.
Let me see what
and
he's
now you back to
saying.
me in
Let me see
friend
what
zone.
he's saying.
No, like, I really just want men to smarten up. Like, I want, like, you know, I know, like, a lot of times, and be honest, like, we do lead with our dick. But we gotta start leading with our mind, though.
Okay,
It's like niggas is
hold on,
like,
hold
no,
on, wait.
no,
Yes,
niggas
you
are,
can.
no, yeah, you can.
If you
Niggas
try
get-
and apply it.
It's mind over matter.
It's
Apply
not hard.
yourself.
So it's not hard because yo, as she like, see what she said just now, and we said like, yo, they do have the power, but we could, but we could
We just
possess the
suckers.
power too, though. Nah, I mean, yo, we are suckers, but we cannot be suckers. Yo, things have to start leaving their mind because it's like, it's no reason why you should be chasing after a woman. If she's telling you, yo, I'm busy today, like, if she keep curving you, like, there's some niggas who still,
still trying.
Yeah,
'Cause
trying. Like, yo, stop trying, my
But you-
nigga, stop trying.
But see, but you know why? Men always feel like, yo, as long as we on the court, shit, a full court shot has went in before. So, you know, like
It's a lot of wasted energy.
You know, it's a lot of wasted energy, but yo, we can't say that there has not been that dude that has shot from the bleachers and
Yo,
hit
but
that
I
shit.
I
Got
also
lucky.
think it's an age thing. If you're in your 20s and you being super thirsty the whole time, I'm not really mad at you. But when you start to get older, you got to start noticing some signs. Like, look,
sidebar, but you know how to get her attention? Just go fuck her friend. She capping.
Terrible.
Listen. Go fuck with her friend. You know what? Because
rest in peace to Fred the Godson.
That's not
Remember
right.
Monique's Room. Shout out to that song.
I mean, honestly, because listen, like, you could do that.
Now, what happened if we do that?
Shit.
That's a party.
It's a party.
That's a party.
What if they just associates?
Who's the associates?
You know what? Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck.
She got that diabolical look right now. I don't like that look right
Sometimes,
now.
I mean, because I fuck niggas that known each other, but it's like, it ain't my fault all the cute ones run together. That ain't my problem.
Yo, you know what? I really don't feel bad about that.
Yo, where's the? I need something stronger than this. I need something stronger than this. Where's the yak?
Is that my fault?
Look, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, yo, to some extent, I kind of feel like in society, especially depending on where you at, there's a chance that can happen. Cause I know
That's
sure
my whole livelihood.
Yeah, look, I know guaranteed that doesn't happen to me. Guaranteed that somebody done fuck somebody that I know, and I got caught up in the mix of that. I'm gonna keep it a flat buck all the way.
This happened to me on college. High school, college, after college, now.
I had a situation when I was in my most serious relationship. I had fucked somebody 10 years before I even got to this situation. And, you know, I posted...
Y'all downplay our friendships, though. Because I used to mess with, like, yeah, we cool, but we ain't cool like that.
Wait, hold on.
No, but it was legit. I got ghosted on.
Niggas be like, yo, nigga, I can't front like, yo, because a chick, like, say it's Hush, right? Chick could be like, oh, yeah, you know what? I like Hush. All right, cool, yeah, you know, he cool. Like, I'm a cap. That's my man. But like I want him to clap too, so go ahead. You know what I mean? Like I'm a downplay because I want him to clap.
Some days when it comes down to homeboys, they really ain't tripping if their homeboy clap.
Then one of them found out, they be mad. I had one that was tight. I was just like, but I thought you said y'all wasn't friends. He was like, yeah, but I'm cool with him though. And I'm like,
nah, that's different.
Too late now.
Nah, it depends on the timeline on it though.
If they want a permanent slot,
right? Yeah,
they're gonna feel away.
They're gonna feel away
because they feel like doing that takes away from the possible permanent slot. But as long as you squeeze me in every Monday and Wednesday, you can do what the fuck you want.
Yeah, we good, right?
One of them, he was in his bag. He was really in his bag, and I was just like, but you said y'all was just cool.
Nah,
but
he felt like maybe boy did way more work than him, and you gonna completely clipped him because there's only room for so many.
I did. I clipped him.
Right.
I did.
So it was like a temp agency.
It was a 2-year gap in between the two, and I'm just like, don't you know him? Like, ain't y'all cool? And he's like, no, we know of each other. We have a mutual friend. I'm like, oh, okay, so long as I ain't fucking the mutual friend, I'm solid. But I wasn't. I
got stronger though. My man got me through some shit. Don't I have that when I had a situation and my man clipped?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Flatbush Finest knows, but it was the way it was done. We could have talked about it because it was like if he would have just said, know what I mean? I'd have been like, go ahead for the assist.
Did you act like you didn't care?
No, I didn't even know, or there was no interaction until after it happened anyway.
Yeah, because once you deep in it, it's kind of like, all right, what you gonna really do? But I feel like
he knew though.
More
he
on
told
the
me
emotional side of the table is more women. Because sure enough, in my situation, it was, and I had told the person, don't say nothing, like, because guaranteed 10 years ago will turn into today. And that's what happened.
We talk about it and we laugh about it. One of my best friends, like I have one guy baby. Me and her done fuck maybe 3 of the same niggas. And we are very, very close. Like, and we be laughing about it too. Like,
and
one of them was in high school, one of them was in adulthood. Like, we talk about it or whatever, because sometimes you and your friends have somewhat of the same types. Like, you know, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes you and your friends can have like the same types, or you find like the same type of men attractive, stuff like that. So there's a chance she was messing with him long before I ever even met him. So like when me and her like became friends and stuff like that, because we became friends in high school, she messed with him in the beginning of high school. I messed him in the end. So we talking about from freshman year to senior year. But then as that travels into adulthood, she dipped back in, and then like a year later, I dipped back in. So like, and that has happened before. Like, and then it was like I started talking to Rashad, but then she was talking to Rashad like a year earlier than that. So it's like we keep mixing.
So y'all the blender.
Shut up. But like every time there was slots in between. But I noticed, I'm like, bitch. And then one time all of us were sitting together. It was like 5 of of us, me and my friends from high school, we sitting together. We wrote our list down because we was trying to fucking compare how many of us fucked the same niggas. And that fucking table with our list on it was crazy. Like the circles around it, like, bitch, you fucked him too?
Punch you in.
Oh
Let me
shit.
punch you in.
So did I. So like that, and it was 5 of us, and it was like it was so much fucking cross in between there.
Cross-examinations?
And cross-examination, it was like the 3 of us did. Oh, and the 2 of us.
Wait.
Oh.
Reposado got something
I
to
got
say
this
on
question.
that.
So you guys may cross, connected with the same guys. So, but why is it an issue if they want to fuck y'all? If they want to fuck y'all both together?
Why is that? Because it happened at different points of time. Like, it wasn't like we were. And then also, a lot of the names that was on that list, like from our list, they were not relationship lists. They were people that we was dating. Nobody was in a relationship with none of these niggas. Like, all this was just like,
if the
in between
juices
niggas.
were mixed, what does it matter if I mix pineapple juice and mango
Exactly.
months apart versus pineapple and mango the same day?
Friends. You don't want to fuck your friends. Like, you gotta talk. You talk to that bitch. You talking to her. Like, you don't want to fuck or have to look in the face like of a friend and you ate her coochie,
disconnected.
or she ate your coochie. Like, how can you really look your friend in the eye and be like that if you ate your friend's coochie? Like, it just can't. It has to be a stranger. It has to be someone that is like you cool with them. Like, maybe they're an associate or something like that. But like your friends, you don't want to fuck your friends because that shit would just be weird in my opinion. Now, if it's like your homegirl, because we all got those homegirls that we hang out with from time to time. Ones like maybe we go clubbing with or we met in passing. But like your friends, I'm not letting my friend or I'm not eating my friend coochie and I still gotta look at her. But if she's an associate, just this girl I roll with or hang out with sometimes or whatever, we could take a nigga down together. Let's do it. And then it's
so this is not an age thing?
Because I was saying, it's not an age thing. Because I could do that now.
So associates
it's
lit,
not friends. Associates is lit.
We can run it.
We can run it up.
Yo, there's a lot of the game we don't know.
Especially if
there's a lot of this game we don't know.
If you're on a trip and it's like, bitch, you won't you. Alright, let's go. Like, and then if you sing, of course, y'all have to be associates, but y'all have to be single.
So explain why females have a lot of jealousy amongst each other. They don't really click. So that's why when you tell us this is kind of mind-boggling.
Not me and my friends. I love my friends.
It's mind-boggling though. Cause if I'm lying, y'all, every time you meet a girl, look, I got these guys right here. No, hold on. I got these guys right here.
True. Like another topic.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like a topic.
That's true.
Sound like another topic with New York chicks.
I got these friends right here. I meet someone. I say, yo, I got my squad. You got any friends? I don't got no friends. That's just me. I don't fuck with bitches. We get that majority.
I'm gonna be honest. I think that it is something wrong with women that cannot maintain friendships with other women. Either you the common denominator and you the one that's fucking up, but it's like, what? Why would you really want to fuck with a woman that can't maintain her relationships with other women?
Them,
that shit is weird to me. Like when girls be like, I don't fuck with bitches, it's just like, I got a lot of friends, and when I tell you a lot, like I can honestly tell you that I have. Listen, I'm telling you, I can honestly sit here and tell you that I have 16 best friends, 16 people that I talk to on a regular basis, like women, like that I've either had friends with since I was 6, 7, high school, college. I have 16 women that I talk to on a regular basis.
But you don't have a big wedding.
Hold on.
I will, but my wedding party will be long as hell because I have that many women I'm gonna show you.
I'm gonna show you memory. I'm gonna show you how my memory work. So the last segment, you was saying situations you dealt with guys that did whatever XYZ, and you was a forgiving soul. You don't bring the negative energy. You forgiving. You're not like malicious. You don't plot against them. Right. So the reason why you may maintain this friendship with other females, don't lie. You don't have to blow them up. You have female friends that did some sideways shit.
One, and I don't fuck with that bitch no more.
So you saying all the other 15
never
did no shady shit whatsoever?
Was telling me about shorty since we was 16. That's the crazy thing. The other 16 couldn't stand her. Always had an issue with her. So when the shit went down, they was like, bitch, we been told you that wasn't your friend.
It's not New York. If she was from New York, she would have one homegirl.
One home, exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't. But crazy, they all knew. Like the story I told y'all with Shorty, they all from get go was just like, she's not your friend. So all the friends that
was she from New York?
No, she was from Chicago too. But all of them, when I tell you, every single one of them was just like, I knew it, bitch. I knew it. And they all from different walks. Like some of my college friends, some of my high school friends, some of my friends from like when I was 6 years old. They all felt the same thing about this girl, and I never was just like, I'm like, she just misunderstood. But they knew it. They called it.
Women from different regions of the country move different. I tell people this all the time. Like, I dealt with Cali chicks, they move different. I dealt with down south.
Shout out
chicks.
Cali.
They move.
Yeah, shout out to
different.
Cali, though.
Yo, Midwest chicks move different, and depending on what part of the Midwest you talking about, also y'all built different, and it's certain.
They gotta
shit.
be from there. It's not about just being there, because if you take New York chicks and you place them in these places, you may not get this outcome.
Well, we already know when you put New York chicks in certain regions, if they don't look a certain way, they already know that they asses is at the bottom of the fucking garbage can. And I'm gonna keep it a flat buck. Like, you know that there's a lot of New York chicks can't make it in the Midwest and make it down south or in the West Coast.
Nope. They get their ass whooped in Chicago, I'll tell you that
Like
much.
they don't that bullshit that they do here, that shit don't work anywhere else.
This is what I'm trying to
Especially
tell.
even with
I'm trying to
looks.
tell her, if we leave here right now, we leave this podcast and we walk 5 blocks. We
Wait,
see
here, come on, here?
right here, this block where we at right the fuck now. If we walk 4 or 5 blocks, let's say we run into 4 females and ask them how many homegirls they got.
Yeah,
what total
the
number
numbers
you
might
think
not
It's
be
you
because
can
high.
get?
y'all. That's,
They're gonna be like, yo, 3. I don't fuck with
It's
these
because
bitches.
they
be
bad
capping
aggressive.
and
I'm gonna
shit.
tell you this. I have a couple friends here, and I literally have just gained friendships here in New York. I would say like solid ones within the past year. Honestly, since I moved to Brooklyn, I've taken some of my friends here in places with me in Chicago, and they like, yo,
Not
she
her.
alright? She alright?
Yeah,
like
not
she
her.
mad aggressive. Took us to a party in Texas, but the party was full of people from Chicago. So she got mad aggressive, and everybody just like, she got.
Yeah, exactly. Because New
Like,
York,
what
yo,
the,
honestly,
what's fuck wrong
We
with
don't,
Shorty? Like, why
New
she
York,
so mean?
we don't let shit go.
They like, why she so mean? Why she so
but
aggressive?
we don't
And I'm
let
just
shit
like,
go.
I don't
But
know.
if
Bitch,
shit
we
went
aggressive,
south,
just chill.
let me also just clear up that me saying the bottom of the garbage can, because I'm not saying it in that way, because we already know I'm saying it in a way of looks sometimes, because we already know down south. I feel like we know body wise, half of the time there ain't too many chicks in New York. You gonna run, it's a scale of 3 out of 10 chicks got that body, and then you go down south, it's like 8 out of 10. In the Midwest, it's kind of like maybe give or take 6 out of 10, and in the West
They got
Coast, it's
what?
somewhere it's kind of the close.
He's going
Like-
off shape.
like off
Oh,
shape.
okay.
So it's like obviously there's certain things, and then obviously attitude.
So you ain't even going off shape. I mean, you not even going off looks. You going off shape.
Let's go off looks too, because
Oh,
we
okay.
can go
Look
off
here.
we can go off looks sometime
All
too.
right.
With,
Right here.
with New York City, we already done shouted it out. Queens got the baddest broads.
Queens.
Queens, the people already
I don't
say
know
that.
any
Queens,
women from Queens.
Yo, as far as everybody in New York, you'll hear Queens probably got the baddest broads. The number one thing you hear about Brooklyn got the toughest chicks. Already off top.
Brooklyn got the finest niggas.
See, I ain't talking about men because I ain't looking at them.
Shout out
Shout out to
BK.
I'll take
Pass
that.
the bottle, pass the Kamasi.
Yo,
Shout out to
like
Brooklyn.
my
Shout out to
homeboy
Brooklyn.
Flatbush right here, he posted a meme a little while ago, and it gave a breakdown of all New York chicks, and it went all the way down to Staten Island chicks was just error not found. Like, yo, they don't even know what the fuck is
Reload,
going on out
reload,
there.
reset.
So Queen has the
But-
bad, and then what's after Queens?
We ain't gonna go into all that. We just said what
I
was
just
number
wanna-
one.
Why?
So you think Queen got the baddest chick?
He's saying Queens. Let's all put a little piece of input in here.
Right.
So Queens has the baddest. I know that. I don't know about today, but I do have a reflection in my life of Queens having that title.
Yes,
gonna
they
lie.
had
I
that
do
title
have
for a
in my
long time.
life
I ain't gonna
them
cap that.
having
So
the
Queens having the
title.
baddest, and then who's after Queens?
For
After
me,
Queens,
it gotta be Harlem.
it got to be
But
Harlem.
see,
God,
and they
yeah.
shout out Harlem. And you see how they shout out Harlem? It's an area in Manhattan. It's an
Harlem,
area. It's not even a whole borough.
Exactly.
And honestly, when you go to
Harlem
the Bronx,
is second
the
to
number one
Queens.
thing they say about the Bronx, they say all the Ricans got the baddest chicks.
But I'm
And
not taking the Bronx before
it's like
Brooklyn.
It takes a heritage.
You saying Bronx is
they
before
shout out
Brooklyn?
whole heritages. They
Represent.
got
I
the
don't
baddest.
think you.
Nah,
You know-
but DC, but I ain't gonna lie because like I've dealt with.
I lived in the Bronx
I've dealt
and
with
I
some
lived in
baddies
Harlem.
living in the Bronx, and they was,
You
and they was
know
alright.
what
But
turned
see,
me
I'm
on?
not
And the Bronx
saying-
is mostly Spanish women.
Yes,
Right,
but
but
I'm not
there's some
saying that
baddies,
these
though.
boroughs don't
There's some bad ones
have
in the
other
Bronx, though.
baddies, and I'm not saying that you ain't finding chicks that got that kind of body. But we in New York,
We need a
have
combo, not just
adjusted-
body.
Yeah, I
have,
noticed.
We have adjusted to actually kind of say that that's how things rock. And honestly, as far as Staten Island, there's a lot of baddies in Staten Island, but you don't get a chance to see them because
Well,
of how
yeah.
the
I had my-
operation
you know,
of Staten
Who's
Island.
going to
One
Staten
of
Island?
my best
Yes,
friends came.
exactly.
One of my best friends
When's
came
the
up
last
here when
time
I
you was in
lived
Staten Island?
The Bronx. One of my best friends came here when I lived in the Bronx, and I took him to La Marina. and this nigga stayed
That was lit.
2 extra days.
Of course,
Just to go there.
No,
But-
just to fuck with the women. I took him to another place, and I forgot the name of it. I took him
He
to another
had to
place in
stay.
Harlem. This by the water that had, and he fell in love with like all the fucking bartenders.
Harlem
He
is
got a girl
second
at
to the
home. He got a girl in
Queens thing.
Texas. His nigga stayed 2 extra days
But-
just to fuck with the bitches.
But you
I'm
know
like,
what? That's
go
the real
home.
shit. When you move a person from a certain region to another region, they
Yeah.
love
He was like, what are
everything
they?
in
And
that
he didn't know what they
region.
were neither because he's like, they're not black though. Like,
The-
what are they? And I'm just like,
the
they
Bronx-
Spanish.
the
And he
Bronx
just like,
lost
these
a
women,
little.
these like, he was just so excited. Like the nigga stayed.
He probably never see that.
The
shit.
Bronx
Yeah.
lost
Yeah.
a little because I don't know if it's still current, and I'm not trying to put a disclaimer on the Bronx. Shout out to the BX.
I know where you're going with it.
Yes,
I know where you
Bronx has
That
the
rate.
#1 HIV rate, so I don't give a fuck how you look. I'm
Strap
good on the
up.
Bronx.
Get the strap.
But remember, before they gave that to the Bronx, who was #1?
Brooklyn.
Flatbush.
Yeah, Flatbush, and then we also got to give Crown Heights a lot of love because sure enough, Albany Projects had it
Yes.
super lit out here for having the disease.
But shout out to New York in a whole.
Yo,
I'm not trying to minus
you know,
the value of it
we
because of
ain't-
that.
we ain't
It's
doing
still a
that.
shout out to Brooklyn though.
Because I don't
Brooklyn.
want none of our comments to actually be taken out of context for sure in the light of that. But I do believe I gotta lead off with this. Once you see, let's say, people from your area in the Midwest, I don't know if y'all call it a tri-state with Michigan.
We don't.
and
First of all, we
y'all
don't
just-
even say
Michigan.
Midwest. We just say Chicago because the
Chicago.
rest of them motherfuckers don't
All
really
right.
matter. But I mean,
But you take Chicago women,
It's like-
Detroit women, you put them in
Detroit,
LA.
that's what I'm saying. Detroit women can't go nowhere with
All right.
Chicago women. So that's
All
what I'm saying.
right.
They're left out.
All right, so that's the only side of the region
You
that I
only
can
look at
really shout
Chicago
out.
because
I
they ain't
don't-
no
I don't
women
know
in
about Indianapolis and
Indiana,
stuff.
ain't no women in Wisconsin. You might have a couple little girls in Milwaukee, but
No,
I doubt
no,
it.
there's some low key barriers in Milwaukee,
In
and
Milwaukee.
Indiana though.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie,
Barely.
I've been
Yeah,
to
there's some
Indiana
little
once.
baddies in
Indiana.
Detroit.
I've been to Indiana
Yeah.
once.
But
And they got some low key
Barely.
Bless
barriers.
you.
They got some low
And
key barriers.
Indiana did have one. No, I was waiting on it because I had that anticipation that Indiana was gonna be lit. When I went, I didn't see it off rip. I seen a lot of zeros.
No, yeah.
But I
You don't see a lot
saw
of
one,
zeros, yeah.
and when I finally saw the one, it was the one.
yeah,
I
but
would
that-
like to include Kentucky in the Midwest because they have a lot of beautiful women.
all right, so
Louisville,
but
like
see,
Kentucky.
here go the
They
thing:
probably do too, though.
if
Yeah,
you
they probably
if
get out
you
there,
jumble
too.
up that board and shake them dice, you put them in different locations. Yeah, they're gonna love whatever's there.
And St. Louis.
and we can't stand it. That's
Louis has
the
very beautiful women.
That's the crazy thing.
I believe that.
St. Louis women probably tell you, yo, we can't stand St. Louis dudes. You put them in New York, they'd be like,
Oh,
I'm
shit.
never leaving.
Shit is lit.
But we already said that about how if New York, we were able, as far as the guys are able to adjust wherever we go. It may not be off the rip, but I think that we go places and we're influenced. We're
Yes.
influenced for
Like,
sure.
yo,
We're influence positive.
We're
Women,
influenced.
the women are influence
And
negative.
the niggas hate y'all.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. I think like as far as
They
like,
had
New
to drop
Yorkers,
a
like,
dime
yo,
on that
yeah,
nigga.
like yo, as far as New Yorkers, like we could go to any. I think we could go to any state and roll by ourselves.
But look-
and we'll find a way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
But look, before we run all the way out, I just want to shout out, even if we do it quickly. Yo, shout out to Casanova, G Herbo. I hope like they get through whatever
we-
their drama is. You know, all the shit that's going on
We
with
gotta dive
upcoming
into
rappers.
that. We got to dive into that.
Yeah, but
'Cause
we
that's-
running, you know what I'm saying?
We
So
changed
just
the
shout
topic.
them out. No, I just want to shout them out because, you know, we always going through shit. And just to briefly comment on it, I know you got to do whatever to survive because once you're looked at a certain stature, if you're not living up to that, you know you're gonna look. They're gonna crack on you. You know what I mean?
I gotta shout this out in that light and be actually the I don't know what you want to call it, but at the end of the day, first of all, if you in these streets and you making these decisions, remember when you actually pull out and you make it, you get lucky. Stop talking about the shit you did in the streets. Don't have them fucking conversations.
Facts.
Cause these are the shits that's getting you locked up or either getting your ass fucking plugged.
But it's COVID now, so they can't do shows and tours and shit like they normally
I
do.
feel
So
you.
the bread is kind of tight right now.
I feel you,
Right.
but still be genuine. These motherfuckers that you see talking in the Fed magazines, you see them talking on fucking Vlad TV about the shit that they did. They already went to jail for that shit.
True.
Or either they was already in a situation where they ratted in the fucking the motherfucking criminal fucking mind shit has already been done.
Talk your shit, Draymond. Talk your shit.
Like,
man.
stop fucking talking about this shit. And this is for a lot of you young boys that just, you fucking coming up, you gotta move different when you finally do make it. When you that one, it's going to change your fucking life, and don't fuck that shit up. We had tons of rappers that are not here to talk about it. They just didn't move right at that point in time.
Rest in
and
peace
somebody
to them.
put a fucking bullet in their ass. And then at the end of the day, all that shit that you rapped about, all that shit that you talked about, it caught up with you. And then as far as the criminal side of the table, the same fucking thing. You still end up a loser at the end of the day. Cause guess what? If you gotta hear on the wake up, or motherfuckers is wearing your fucking picture on a RIP shirt, you still lost. The game is to actually stay in the shit.
That's a fact, though.
Motherfuckers don't play Monopoly to fucking lose in the first fucking go around. You trying to go past go 100 times and collect that 200 and get shit on the way there and keep it. So it's your conversation that you talk about that gets you set up most of the time. And please believe, I don't want to put females in this lane, but watch these females that you deal with and who you talk to.
That's
half
number
of the
one.
time,
That's number one.
They matter of fact, I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna bring the percentage up. 90% of the time is what the fuck you said pillow talking or what you did showing off to these women. So stay in that fucking lane and stop fucking this game up when you finally make it. Cause you the one, and motherfuckers live every day to kill you and live every day to set you up. And if you lose it, that's on you.
Shit.
Get you a woman from Chicago.
I think age has something to do with it, but I wanted y'all to take what he just said because he really gave y'all some insightful shit to really dwell on. But I also, from the other side of the table, y'all know me personally, right? Y'all know that I chase the music as hard as they did, but I have something to fall back on. I have a job, you know what I'm saying? But I want to say that if I didn't, there's no telling what I may have done. Not to that level.
Yes, you're right.
Not
But
to that
real
level.
quick, remember, there's no excuse. You don't get a get out of jail free card for making mistakes when you're young.
You don't. So I want them to take what you said, though. Take what they
when
said.
you in the midst of survival mode and you just trying to get it, you gonna do whatever is necessary.
That was the point.
And you're not thinking about the consequences at
That's
that
the
point
point
in time. You're thinking about, yo, I got shit to do. I got mouths to feed. I got bills to pay. So that consequence shit don't even come in your mind.
And it's harder. It's harder when you made it. It's harder when you break loose and money came and you was able to bless and then it dries up. Because they're looking at you like,
look, at
what
the end
fuck
of the
you
day,
did?
as a business owner, as she knows, I just own a product. You got to learn to adjust. We ain't got a lot of time to get into it, but you got to learn how to adjust.
That's true.
Because at the end of the day, we already know that the foulest consequence is you lose your life in this.
Because they don't want us to win
trying
anyway.
to hold on to it. This shit is long term. You are trying to win the game. At the end of the day, Monopoly is not about actually getting out early. It's about staying in it long term and actually being able to say, I died old with this. And you lived off of it. So you got to make those right decisions regardless of what it is. No excuse. There's no get out of jail free card. You got to make sure you make them right decisions. And I want everybody to start thinking, where is your right decision? Where do I got to make the right turn instead of actually not paying attention if I'm going right, left, or straight or backwards?
That's true.
You asking them, basically he's asking you to
get you a
grow
good
up
lawyer.
fast. Because with your success becomes the maturity.
Yeah, get your
because
but-
once you are out there, you're expected to be a certain way now. And it don't matter how old you are. You're expected to adjust to the fact that something happened in your life that elevated you. So, and you want to keep that shit. So you have to make sure to do all things possible to keep it going. So Morris Chestnut laid it down. I want you to listen to him heavy. One more thing I want to say real quick. We got the Keisha Cole Ashante thing coming. Let's get a few seconds on that. My Chi-Town co-host here says it's gonna be trash or what? What did you say? I love Keisha Cole. I got Keisha Cole winning.
I'm on Keisha Cole's side myself also, but you know,
Keisha?
Shanti got a
I
lot
love
of
me some Keisha
collabos.
Cole.
But I ain't gonna lie,
Trash.
but they got but they both, but like
They
like,
both trash.
Well, I mean, to me, Keisha got them joints that like if you're in the crib and you hear your girl playing a
Yeah.
song like you know it's trouble, son. Like she started that.
I
I
should've
shoulda cheated.
cheated.
She started that shit.
That is fire.
Yo,
Regardless of what my co-hosts say, that is fire.
Off that album alone, she gonna win.
The only song I like is the one she got with Sean Paul. Give it all to me.
And you be talking
That's
about
only because
Caribbean
she-
shit. You like that shit?
I only
I'm
like
surprised.
that
I'm
song.
shocked.
Shout out
And
to
then-
my girl
and
being
then
a
Here We
foundational
Go.
Black
I only
American
like
with
Keisha
that
Cole when
shit.
she on the goddamn chorus. I like her in Here We Go. No, that's not even her.
Here we go.
About to say,
Damn,
Here We
that ain't
Go.
even her.
I was like, so who the fuck is that? Here
But
we
she
go.
has a song with Trina that I like. Keisha Cole.
We don't know that one.
Exactly.
I heard it though. It's on Trina album. Though.
Yeah, it's a call. Every time I like Keisha Cole is when she on the hook.
See?
Other than that, I'm
But
straight.
see, but that's where Ashanti
Ashanti,
going
The
to do
joint
it
with
at.
her, Missy and them? Damn, that's hot. That's fire. Little Kim, Missy, and Keisha Cole. Are
Yeah,
you
that's
crazy?
alright.
But what are we doing? Is it going to turn into a collabo?
Everybody
versus?
should throw
And
their
Ashanti,
collabo.
Ashanti got some pieces. I mean, I guess.
But yo, most of the hits is with Ja Rule though.
Right. She was on
And
the
she
hook.
better,
I like
she
them
better
on
use
hooks.
10 of those.
I like them on hooks and choruses. When they stand by themselves on songs, I don't fuck with it. But they are very great on hooks and choruses. I hate that song.
Whoa, here we go.
I hate that.
I just want it to be over. That was fire.
Nah, yo,
What's the
Keisha-
shit with
Keisha got
Kanye?
some
Impossible. That
That was cool. That wasn't like
That
that.
They're
was-
good on hooks
Let's see.
and choruses.
Let's see. We might actually be doing another show on what the actual outcome of the verses is.
Yeah,
what you
right.
feel like it's going
I
to
think
be.
Ashanti
When
gotta
we
play.
did Monica and Brandy,
Ashanti-
I had like a little party at my house and we had a good time. I couldn't throw no
Oh
party
yeah,
for
I heard about the
Ashanti.
Monica and Brandy party.
It was
And then
nice.
she didn't tell none of us.
It was a girls' day.
It was a girl. It was the girls.
It was no men allowed. It was Monica and
So
Brandy.
for the men-
Gucci, that was Usher. Yo,
That was our
it
shit.
That was
Jeezy
your shit.
versus
You had
Gucci,
your
that
own.
was
I
us.
had a
That
party
was
with
us.
Brandy and had like we had, and I had all Caribbean.
So
food,
briefly
too.
touch.
Caribbean
Who?
food.
So briefly touch on that. Who won the Brandy Monica to you?
I fucked
She's
up.
stuck.
Monica.
Yeah, no
okay.
cap. I ain't gonna. Yo,
Monica.
got them joints.
But mind you though, I'm a Monica girl, but I was dressed like Brandy that day. I had my Mo to the E to the on because I told them they had to dress like one of
Not
them.
Moesha.
I dressed like Moesha.
I can't give Monica that.
And I wanted Monica. I had Monica for the win, but I was dressed like Moesha.
I can't give Monica the win.
You a lie.
I don't give it a landslide. What is it? 20 songs? So I'm gonna say that I give Brandy 11-9.
Yo, but they was pretty much close. It was
close.
tight, nigga,
It was like Jill Scott and Erykah Badu. Like it was really
Yo,
neck and neck.
I didn't even
But
see
Brandy
that.
shit like Full Moon and all that. I don't really want to front. Those are shits that
And Monica,
Monica.
I
You
never
know what it
meant to
is?
call you.
No. You see, Monica hits.
Monica's early career,
Hold on.
Brandy's
But-
later career. I think.
No, but
she-
it's not
I
even
think
that.
it's Brandy's early career. I hate Brandy's new the.
No, but
old-
Monica-
I hate it.
Brandy's new career, but yeah. But
Nah, of course
Oh,
not.
stop.
But
Yeah.
Monica, she had like, for me, she has the ones where they're out the park. And then she has the ones that I can't fuck with at all. The reason that I give it to Brandy, because even the Brandy songs I may not particularly love, they were still okay. Whatever I didn't like of Monica, I all the way hated it.
Okay, so let's
You're a
shout this
Monica
out.
hater.
Let's shout this
No.
out. That versus
That one of them-
sometimes they
It's
put
just one
they
of them
put
days.
people
That's my shit.
that people
Yeah.
might not like
When I wanna
against
be
each
all
other,
alone.
and then we also still got people in verses that actually we looking for verses for them because guess what, the Chi-Town great R. Kelly, who the fuck will ever
Nah.
go against R. Kelly?
Nobody.
And you know
I'm just
Mary
gonna
J.
hide behind the
Blige,
mic.
who we gonna have against Mary J. Blige? It's
She
it's
had
a,
it-
it's
Faith Evans, duh.
okay, yeah, right.
Well,
So
they were on the same label fighting for that number
Mary
one
J.
spot,
Blige
so it would be
has
perfect
Mary
for them
J
together.
versus Faith.
Yeah, but they were on the
Yo, but
same
Faith don't
label.
got that much-
Faith
fighting
don't
for
got
the
20
attention.
songs I know.
Yeah.
I can't
She
name
gonna
20
lose.
Faith songs.
She got
She
that
got-
I can name 20 Mary songs.
As soon as I get home.
As soon as I get
that shit
home,
fire.
it's
That shit
fire.
As soon as I get home.
But you know what y'all may not
They
fuck
stopped
with me
fucking
on?
with her. Well, just from her behind the music and stuff like that, they stopped paying attention to her project when Faith came on the scene. So it would be a very interesting battle because they start
got
putting
20
all
though.
they stuff into. No, she do got 20. Y'all just don't know what they is. But
20, yo.
Every artist got 20. Nigga, I got
Faith got 20.
100. That'll mean I'm gonna be on a versus.
That's a battle that you would want to see or whatever because they were on the same label
My
fighting
other
for the
shit
same
was
thing, and it was both little red bones that was coming out with the same type of music. Yes.
Look. I ain't gonna lie. I give Faith maybe roughly around 6 books in this goddamn game. I give Mary. I think Mary's gonna have the full 20.
Because Mary got like 3-4 albums where she could play the entire album.
Mary got bangers at this. I can't front. To me, there's nobody unless you put Mary on Beyonce, but there's nobody that could fuck. I can't.
And Beyonce's losing.
Yeah, I don't think.
You're not gonna shake me, okay?
I am
a LaToya Luckett fan, okay? And a Kelly Rowland fan.
Yo, give me 3 LaToya Luckett songs real quick.
Give me 3 Kelly Rowland songs. That's
no. We said LaToya Luckett. Yo, give me 3 LaToya Luckett songs.
I don't even know one.
Torn. Are you crazy?
Torn. That's it.
Besides that one.
Torn. That's it.
Give me 2 more.
Give me
you ain't gonna
else.
know them. Be With You and Always Time, but it's
you don't even know if these artists are gonna pick these songs like as their repertoire,
and that's what makes the verses so crazy because the songs that you enjoy, they may not put that in there,
right? And then Kelly Rowland,
I fuck with her.
Go.
Motivation.
Okay, motivation.
Yes.
Okay.
And I feel before I put LaToya up, I'm sure enough putting Kelly up. But
LaToya kind of shifted her career into acting. Yes. But I mean, I think that she has a beautiful voice.
LaToya and Michelle, like both of y'all to the back.
Yeah. So listen. We always got a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like each episode is never enough. It's never enough time. But we gonna close out.
Yeah. You know what
we did it big again.
This
is after the Thanksgiving.
Episode 9. You know, it's your boy Reposado, Fleon Sanders.
What else?
You know, I mean, shit. They call me a lot of things.
Get him the gram.
Damn, what's that? You know, ITZ fucking political. You know, podcast.
I think he's gonna give direct deposit and Team Killer.
They'll find
all of that when you go from his first channel.
Yeah.
And then you have Hush Braun James. How you stop him? Voice of Reason, repping Kobe against Sip.
Every Friday, new music.
Every Friday, new music on YouTube. MR Hush 476, and that's at midnight actually. Oh, gotta drop it. Go ahead.
All the men first.
Okay, let me do this.
We're gonna get this order right eventually.
She
said all the men
because that last beverage was stronger.
Okay, all right.
Made it.
So Tony Dre, you know, on the gram is Tony Dre 605. That Dre is DRAY. Obviously, the author, the book on Amazon right now.
Morris
Dating
Chestnut.
is a Gamble. Morris Chestnut / get your favorite female mad /
Morris Chestnut
gorilla
/
Ellis / Illa. Yes, that's me. And sure enough, I'm gonna let my
Why did I get married?
My man Flatbush Finest actually do his goddamn thing.
Flatbush Finest here. You know, it's fucking political. We'll be back next week for another episode 10.
Now it's hold on.
Y'all ain't got to do all that. Follow me on Instagram, Lenny's Collier, aka Chef Lenny, aka Big
Podcast
L,
Queen.
aka Pretty L,
Podcast Queen.
aka Lenny G.
Podcast Queen, aka did a podcast before us.
That was
today.
dope. She took the Kenny G shit with the Lenny G. I like the little Lenny G.
My last name is Griffin. Lenny G.
thing.
Lenny G, like Kenny G?
Like Kenny. I like that little swag.
What's that shit?
Lenny G.
The saxophone vibes?
Lenny G, yo.
My last name is
Breathless.
Griffin, and my daddy's name is Lenny.
Okay, all right, yo.
Lenny
All
Griffin.
right,
Lenny G.
and I gotta shout out my homeboy shit. Always Us
Kravitz.
clothing line. You can find it on the gram. Please look it up.
Yeah, for sure.
Show love. And I guess we out.
It's fucking political.
100.
Peace out.